You're watching ETN. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do some Heroes of the Storm and a very fun game. This is my first ever MOBA. I've never played a MOBA before. Now, back in the day, I did play a custom game on Warcraft called The Footman, and it's very similar to that. And I believe a Warcraft custom game is what derived all these MOBAs were derived from. So this game I'm playing Uther, and you can see there E.T.N. There's my name, and basically I'm actually playing this, commentating this game after playing it. I did try to do a commentary during play, and it's just a little bit too distracting. I haven't fully learned the game yet. I'm still learning. This game actually was probably one of my best games, and even after looking at the footage, there's still so much room for improvement. It's definitely one of those games that is basically an example of a good team playing a bad team. This is a very dominating match, and I have probably one of the sickest games you could ever have. So, but it's a lot of fun. So here I'm camping the southern shrine of the Dragon Shrine map, which you basically, when the board, I want to say Dungeon Master for lack of a better word, because that's kind of what they are. When they make an announcement like they just did, the shrines activate. You got to go to the bottom shrine and the north shrine. Your team has to activate both, and then one of your team members has to activate the shrine in the center, which if you look on the map on the lower right, right there, they activate that, they turn into a dragon, and off they go. So, and I pretty much camp the whole bottom portion of the map for most of this game, and it's just a dominating match. I mean, if you have time to sit down and watch this whole match, it's just so one-sided. So right here, I had help from that person who's playing Sylvanas Windrunner, I think, and I just keep pounding. I pound away. You know, you kill these little minions, you get experience. You know, the faster you level up compared to your competition, the better it is for your team, because at level 10 you get these heroics, and they tend to be AoEs. So everybody picks their strongest AoE. In my case, I get two choices. I get Divine Storm and Divine Shield. I normally go with Divine Storm unless I'm going for a specific build. If I have a lot of tanks, you know, I'll go with the protection build more or less. But this is a pretty diverse group we're playing with. And right here, as you can see, I'm going after that front because, and that skill I just selected, by the way, is basically gives me mana back every time I hit something. So right here, it doesn't look good for me, alright? It doesn't look good. I'm fighting these two guys, they're pounding on me. I wait a little bit too long to run away and nearly get my head chopped off, but I make it to the fountain, barely. And again, that's the lesson you have to learn. What I need to learn in that kind of position is to run away sooner. But I made it out okay, and wait for my points to go up, and I continue back. And we have the dragon at this point, so I'm not worried about the shrine. And we just push the middle. We push the middle. Everybody gathers up, kill this guy right here, and get in there, and I start pounding away in the front. And this is where it just gets crazy. It's this one big melee, you know, or as Jim Ross would say in WWE, a slobber knocker. I mean, and that's what makes this game so fun. It's just the way things just carry on, and we just go in there and we just rape shit. Now, right here, I'm beating up a healing pool, and every time I break through a wall with a group of people, I beeline for the healing pool. I do not want these guys healing. That's one of the that's just the first thing I take out. If I get a chance to take out the healing pool, that's the first thing I do. So that way they don't have a chance to regen. So at this point, a 5-hit killing spree. Now, you're probably wondering, how did he get a 5-man killing spree if he didn't even attack anything there? But I have an AoE and I have a stun that I constantly spam on the enemies. So I'm always contributing damage, even though I don't dish out damage like everybody else does, because he doesn't. There's nothing flashy about this character. What he is a very good support character. If you build him correctly, he can tank, but he's really good at supporting. He's excellent at survival because of his heals, because of his shields, because of his stuns. but he doesn't have a quick getaway. So when you see a group of heroes, you need to run away. And that's what I've been learning. Sometimes I don't learn how to run on time. I need to learn how to just really take off sooner. Like earlier when I was nearly dead. So right here, they're pushing for our front. So I come in from the back. And again, this is not a wise move generally, but I get away with it. I get away with it. Normally I wouldn't, because had Diablo been joined by a couple of other guys, they could have taken me out. Let's see right here, I'm running for my life. Nobody even pings me. So I heal. And that's one of the reasons I always take out the healing pool first, is because of moments like that. And this time we got the countdown, so I continue down. Now, that guy is playing Tassadar from StarCraft. Very strong character. Another one that's hard to kill because of his shields. And he's got a very strong AoE. So, as you can see there, I typed, I need help. So, if I have one person here with me, then I can hold this spot. In fact, you'll see later on a rather impressive moment where I hold it with one other person against like either 2 or 3 people, and they were all DPS people, but because me and this person heal so much, we just wore them down. And right here, you'll get a little taste of that as we fight against Tassadar and Sergeant Hammer. We make a run for it. We beeline for our healing fountain. I can't, so I think at this point, I thought I probably would have ran back, but I didn't. So I come in there, and again, near death. At this point, and another close escape. So I need to learn from watching this film that I need to run sooner. But at this point, I summon myself back with my Hearthstone, and when you get to your home base, you can clearly heal up really quick, replenish your mana, and boom, we charge right back in. Now, the other character with me is a character called Lily, and she's basically a panda. She's a very, very strong healer. If she's played well, she can pretty much keep everyone on the team healed easily. So right here, me and her are fighting up against Diablo and Sergeant Hammer, trying to defend our spot. And again, it gets close sometimes, but we hang in there. She's just got X. Look, that's her AoE right there. Those little bottles just pour healing on you, and it's awesome. I love that AoE, that healing AoE. So, and look, we're up against 3 people. I mean, and they run away. So, you know, not flashy. We don't kill them. You know, we don't go nuts, but we keep ourselves healthy and just keep pegging at them, and eventually they gotta fall back and heal themselves. And this is where we kind of start holding the fort. See, it's 3 people. There's Diablo, there's Sergeant Hammer. So Sergeant Hammer's taken out. Diablo comes in. We're giving him a hard time. So, and again, 3 people, 3 characters, and we fought them off. And we fight them off long enough to get control of the dragon again, which is the key. That's the key of this game, is you want to work as a team, and you want to capture the objectives. And it's not always easy. These guys are making it look easy because, you know, I look at the film, and it's not that they're really playing bad. They don't know when to run. See, like this guy right here stood in too long, barely gets away with his life. And at this point, I start beelining it, I believe, for the center of the map to help the dragon. So, very, very fun. And that's Zeratol, who's an assassin from a Dark Templar from StarCraft, an assassin class. And we charge in, us 3, with the Dragon Knight. Now, the Dragon Knight you take control of. Like, if your character goes and activates the shrine, you become the dragon, which is a lot of fun. And he's got this cool move where he can punt people away. See, right here again, barely escaped with my life. So I charge back in after getting a little hit. And I'm a little bold, you know, like that's not a good move right there for me to charge in there with life like that. But as you can see, we're just pounding away at them. Double kill. On the lower left-hand corner where my avatar is, you see those skulls piling up. That's a kill streak. And right now my kill streak's at 10, which is the mayhem you just saw. And we've broken through their front. And we keep pushing forward. And that's the point of this game. You got to apply pressure, know when to flee, and heal, and come back. Because when you die, there's a countdown. You got to wait. And the longer the game progresses, the longer the countdown. And the longer the countdown, the more you can't help your team. The more you can't be out there putting pressure on the opposing team to try and get control of the objectives and to try to take out their base. So right here, once again, fall back. select my skill, and I took Shrinking Ray there, which basically shrinks a person down. Right there, I just did it to Diablo. It's pretty funny. And even still, like, there's a couple of times in this game where I missed some key heals and some of my teammates died, and that's not cool. Although I will say, if it comes down to me and my teammate, I'm healing myself. That's just how it is. So right here's me and Sylvanas taking out, I believe that is Johanna, which is the new Paladin, or rather Crusader hero. And now that Tassadar character activated his heroic, he turns into an Archon. So you see that. There's 3 of them there plus him. You just gotta go. And that's really the difference in this match when you see it. Is that this team, the team I'm on, we know when to flee, and we know when to come back into the fray, where the other team just doesn't flee quite as well.
I like it.
The dragon awaits, heroes. Free him and destroy your enemy.
So now that I'm full health, full mana, just go back into the fray. And it's just a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. Now I have played other characters. I've played, I have Tyrael. And I have him at level 8, which is, I believe, where Uther is at this point in the game. I have been playing this game for a little over a week, so it's not like I just started playing and I went ball buster nuts on it like on the first day. There's no way you could reach level 8 or level 9 on the first day. It really, really slows down for the characters as you level up. Not so much for your personal account, that levels pretty steadily. Because once you hit level 30, you can make it to the hero, you know, the hero ranking boards, and then at level 40, you can go to the team ranking, or it might be vice versa. So here's me and Lily holding down the bottom once again, and we pretty much have been doing that the whole match. And it's just a very annoying combination. It's not a combination that's going to kill enemies left and right, but it's certainly a combination that's going to outlast the enemies. And we do just enough damage together to have them happen to flee while we hold our position. And that's pretty much what we did the entire game. And again, if you get a chance to play, I highly recommend Lily. She's very affordable as one of the early characters. I think she's 2,000 gold. And if you learn how to play her well and build her well, she is very, very good. Very good supportive character. A lot of people tend to aim at her first when they see her. And again, right here, you'll see me go to my typical tactic. When I move in, I'll take out that healing fountain. I don't want my opponent's healing. So that's the first thing I go after when I get in there. And here I am right there. Just take out the healing fountain. Now that ray that's shooting me does good damage. All the turrets do good damage. You can never roll up on a front gate by yourself. You'll just get annihilated. But that particular turret, when it hits you, it also slows you, which is very, very bad. So you got to stay out of its range. At this point, it'll always shoot your minions before it shoots you. So that's the best time to go in, is when your minions are there, so you have an opportunity to get free hits without getting hit. And again, boom. So we've broken into the bottom level at this point, and we've broken into the middle level, and we're progressing forward. Meanwhile, we have control of the bottom shrine, and if you look in the map, 2 of our teammates are in the top shrine, taking that one out, and 3 of us are here. So good teamwork. We all stay together and never go out in less than pairs. And at this point, I make a run for the dragon shrine, attempting to get it. And I think we actually either lose one of the shrines or... Nope. Nope, this part we got a dragon. So I beeline for the middle because I know that's where he's going to go. And boom, right there, I just start pounding away, getting these men out the way, try to clear the path, and let him take control. And here comes the enemies. And that right there, what he just did, that kick is a stun and pushes the enemies away. It's a very, very cool move. So here I am. That's my AoE, which stuns and does some damage. And I don't mind using it on one character if it means stunning them again. Because when you add it up, I have my regular stun, which is the E key right there, which is Hammer of Justice, I believe. Then you have your AoE, and then you also have the Shrink Ray. So it almost works like you have 3 stuns. And if you can slow down and stun your enemy 3 times in a row, you're likely to kill them. And you want to kill them, especially late in the game. because the longer it takes them to come back in the game, the more of an advantage you have. And once again, you see us. There's 3 of us here. Diablo's not running away on time, so he gets killed. That leaves 1, which is Tassadar, and he's on the run. So just that pressure.
Untouchable.
And of course, you see my killing streak goes up to 15. So very, very good game for all of us all around. And that's the key. Don't die. Just try not to die. The minute you start piling on deaths, especially, not even especially, it doesn't matter what kind of character you're playing. The minute you start piling on deaths, you become a liability for your team. And I can't say that I haven't had games like that. In fact, the game shortly after this, when I remember, was the complete opposite. The team that I was on, we did not stay together. Every time I ran up to a 1 or 2 characters, they just run off and do their own thing. And those are the games that'll get a little frustrating. And I'm hoping one day soon in the future I can find and solidify a team to be with. So here's me and Lily doing our work again, holding down the front gate here against 2 or 3 characters. And all we're doing, if you see, we're just running, coming back, running, coming back. I'll stun one person, I'll stun another. Just keep them busy. And they fall right for it. They're coming in at 2, 3 or 4 guys at a time. Meanwhile, the other teammates are out there doing their thing. And that's it. See, here we are again. There's 3 of them, there's 2 of us. Or Zeratul finally showed up. But and there's me and Lily just doing our thing, holding them down. And once I see that Archon, I'm gone. I'm like, all right, that's it. That's it. And I'm slowed. This was a good opportunity for me to use my cleanse spell, but I didn't. But nonetheless, I'm still alive. There's Diablo again, so I stun him, and he's near death. And I think he gets away this time. But as you can see, now remember what I talk about my strategy, taking out the healing fountain. So if I had never taken that out, or if it had never been taken out, they could have healed there and kept pushing forward. But there's nowhere to heal now. And because me and Lily are both healers, we can sustain a lot longer. But again, and this is not, I'm not saying this is any winning formula. It's not. I'm not a pro. This is my first MOBA. I've only been playing a little over a week, but I'm just discussing what worked in this match. And again, I'll admit, the team that we faced was not a smart competitive team. They didn't flee. They seemed to work okay together, but for some reason, they would be pushing with like very little life when you should be running away to heal. And that was the difference. Against any sound team, it's not going to be as easy as this match is. But if I'm going to highlight my first video, it might as well be one where I'm dominating, right? So Redemption, that skill I just took there, that is a very, very good skill. And I find it very hard not to pick that when I play this game. Simply because when you die, for 10 seconds or so, you can actually run around and quick heal your characters. But with that skill, once that time runs out, you come back to life. And you're right back on the field. So it's a lot of fun doing it like that. And as you can see here, now we're pushing again. We're together. There's about 4 of us. But as you can see there, I typed home because we had some people pushing on our core, and we don't want that. So I summoned right back to home, and we pushed back against them to try and stop this rush. And it's just a good teamwork. Everybody else came along. You'll start seeing them pop in on the bottom. It was just great teamwork, great communication. Once again, here I am being foolish, staying in the middle of the fray, but once again, I get away. Lily's there to save my butt, and that's what it's all about. You know, you kind of have to throw your trust in the characters that you're playing with. And you can tell right away if you're going to be on a team that's just shit. Once you see people not playing together, or they're running off and they're trying to take a mercenary camp by themselves, which I did in the beginning when I started playing. Now I don't do it so much because I do shit for damage with Uther, but once you see people doing that, then you kind of know you're in trouble, unless the other team is just worse.
I like it.
So we fought off the surge and we push on. You know, they're very weak. If you look on the map, we still have towers and this and that. They do not. They're pretty much wiped out at this point. They have 1 tower near their core, and that's it. And at this point, we get the Dragon Knight again, and I'm right there to escort him, along with Zeratul, I believe, comes up. And here's Diablo again. And again, it's just a continued push going up the middle. There's Lily, who me and her were pretty much together the whole game. It's probably a guy playing her, but it's a girl character, so we'll just go with girl. And we kill Tassadar there. And this is where I get my Hero of the Storm. Where is it? There it is. 20 kills in a row. Incredible. A lot of fun. And we get this point, we're at the core. It's pretty much a done deal. But we actually, believe it or not, do not finish the core here. We have to flee one last time and set up another run. But we get it down to, I believe, 10% at this point. And we just keep pushing and pushing. But once the Dragonite is dead, and as you can see, my health is depleting, you just gotta fall back. And that's, again, that's part of the strategy. You know, you can't be too greedy, because what happens here, we're so late in the game, if we all decided to stay and push and they killed us, then we're all on a 1-minute timer to come back. As you can see on the upper left, there's 2 of our teammates who are dead, and their countdown is a minute, and they're only at 46 seconds. So me and Lily over here, we start just staying in the middle, just keep applying pressure, hit and run, heal, hit and run, heal, and it works. It just works well. And but it had all of us died there, they have an open lane to just come up the middle and do some damage. I can't say they would have gotten to our core, but they would have gotten close. I'm sure they would have grabbed the mercenary camp. So it's important to know when to run. Very, very, there's no shame in it. As you can see, I've been running pretty much the whole game, and I have 20 kills. All of them pretty much assisted because of the damage I put out. The little bit of damage I put out counts. But as you can see here, they're all just coming after us, and we run and heal, run and heal, run and heal.
I like it.
And they just keep coming after us for whatever reason. And then finally, here come some of our teammates. We lasted long enough for our teammates to respawn. And boom, that's it. That's what it's all about. It's solid teamwork. And now here comes a nice fight with everybody in the center. And I think this is where I get my first death. I think this is where I die the first time. I get a little too greedy, and next thing you know, I'm surrounded by mobs. Here we are, right here. I think this is where I bite the dust. But it's not permanent. You see me, I'm a ghost. I can run around and heal. And I heal a couple of people. I think I heal Lily there. Kerrigan, I think I heal a couple of times. And boom, I'm back. I'm back. No countdown for me. And I make a difference. I get everybody with my AoE, blast my other AoE, and that's that. That's how you do it. Lots and lots of fun. So much fun. And you know, occasionally, like any other game, you'll get a teammate who will just, you know, they'll talk crap, or they'll complain that everybody's not playing well. And I always find that funny, because while everybody's playing, here's whoever the person is sitting in the corner typing, and they're not even contributing. So, you know, the best thing is to just ignore them and keep playing your game and have fun. It's a game. And it's one thing if myself, you, or anybody else plays competitively for money. That's a big difference. Now, if I'm playing for money, I'm gonna be on top of my game. I'm gonna make sure we're all playing, and I'm expecting my team to be on top of their game. But this is a quick match. I like to just go out there into the fray, have some fun, and as you can see, it obviously is a lot more fun when you win. But I've had some really good games where we have lost, but they've been fun. They've been tight games, momentum shifts back and forth. That's what makes this game so exciting. The objectives can really shift the momentum. And here, actually a very smart move by the opposing team. They guarded the shrine, almost like setting up an ambush. You know, we had gotten it so many times, we got a little spoiled. So we run into an ambush here, but again, there's 4 of us, there's 3 of them. That's an advantage, and you can see we chased him away. And here's Diablo, not running away like he should. Look at his energy. And I think he gets slayed up there somewhere. I think they get him. So, yep, Diablo killed. See? Gotta know when to run. You gotta know when to run. You can't wait. And I still need to learn that myself. I had a couple of close calls early in the game, and then I did have that one time where I got a little greedy. So this is actually the end of the match. At this point, I become the dragon. A lot of fun, and here I am. Boom. And I just beeline it for the core. I'm just going. I'm not even gonna look at this guy's trying to.
Well done.
And, you know, he's giving me a hard time, so I punt him. Boom. I mean, that move is just so much fun, and I just beeline it for the core. 10% left. I have all this energy. My teammates are behind me. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. And a couple of hits, as you can see, 10% goes away really fast. And the Dragon Knight gets stronger as the game progresses. So at this point, I mean, just unstoppable. But that's it, guys. That's my first game of Heroes of the Storm. I will be doing more videos with different characters. I'm having a lot of fun with Uther, so you will see a couple of more videos with Uther. But it was just a lot of fun. And let's take a look at my stats real quick before we go. So, as you can see, my account is level 23. My character at this point leveled to 9. Actually, I leveled up to 24 now. And I had 24 kills, 1 death, 53,000 worth of healing, and contributed 15,000 experience. Sylvanas did the most experience. Their numbers not so great, but it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Big game for us, and I wish I had more like these in a row, but it doesn't always work out that way. But I hope that if I get an organized team, that could change. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the match. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.